Still Life in Pastel from life. Everyone who registers and attends the meeting will receive a complimentary painting info. The handouts will be available. We do have them now, and they will be either emailed to you or put up on the website. Lynn is showing that to you in the screen, her little screen. And in discussing with Mary, it's not necessary to have the handout while the demo is going on, but it's nice for you to have it, and then you can revisit the recording of the demonstration and have your handout and make notes. When looking at Mary Aslin's beautifully rendered art, there is a sense of time standing still. Her technique, vision, and use of colored pigments appear to not belong to a particular era, but transcend time. And that's by Robert Grasso, doctor at the Bakersfield Museum of Art. I also like to remind you that we will be having a member raffle. For your participation in our Zoom meeting grants you one raffle ticket toward great super prizes. We have more than $400 in prizes to give away. Wow. And this is our year-end meeting, so we kind of went a little bit all out. Kathleen, our person in charge of this particular function in the society, is needing to leave, may not be able to stay throughout the whole demonstration. So right before we start the demo, we will do our raffle. But I encourage all of you to stay with us and hang out with us, because you will have an opportunity to ask questions in the chat. I'll ask you to write your questions into the chat, and as Mary is talking during her demonstration. And then we will get to addressing those questions for you. And with time permitting, we'll be able to then give you an opportunity, if your question hadn't been covered, to be able to speak out and ask questions that way. This is a reminder to view our beautiful member art gallery and blog on our newly registered PSSC website. Keep sending in your artwork and blog stories to info@psscwebsite.org. And remember to subscribe to our PSSC newsletter and the YouTube channel. Also follow our Facebook and Instagram pages. Another reminder is to save the date for our January meeting program, which will feature our annual PSSC quick draw. We're still working on that, and please mark your calendars for January 16th, 2021. As January does have 5 Saturdays in it, it was going to work out, we thought, a little bit better, instead of doing it on the 9th, to go ahead and have it on the 16th. We will have the, well, we did have a little bit of plug for the PSSC face mask, and how to order your own face mask. You would send, these are by pre-order, and you send a check made out to PSSC for $17. That's $15 plus $2 for postage, to Kathleen Wheel, W-E-I-L. And her address, if you want to jot this down, is 3243 Corinth Avenue, C-O-R-I-N-T-H, Los Angeles, California, 90066.
It's bothering you?
I would also like to remind you about our membership drive for the 2020-2021 membership drive, and you can still renew. So please visit the website for that. Lynn, you're going to have an opportunity to share with our meeting today a couple of pieces that were submitted by one Chris Sullivan and Chris Stillian. So we have some members that had wanted to submit their artwork for viewing. And if somebody did submit their artwork and we haven't called on you, please let us know, and we'll defer that till January. So Lynn, up to you.
Okay. All right, and I am going to mute everyone so that we don't have any background noise, but if you need to speak or you're one of the people that has a painting being showed, please unmute yourself. So I'm going to mute everyone right now. And I'm going to that. Okay. Okay. Can everyone see the screen? Okay. So Chris Sullivan, could you please tell us about your beautiful painting here that you submitted?
Yes, thank you so much. I took a workshop a couple weeks ago online for 3 full days on just painting waves. And it was fabulous. It was Jean Rossier Smith. She's a nationally known instructor, and she did it her first Zoom, and it was really effective. We had a lot of input, and I felt that I learned so much. I've painted waves before, but nothing like this. And so I finished this on my own, and it's from my own photograph. During COVID, the only place my husband and I go is to a place called Halama Beach, which is near Santa Barbara. And we go in our trailer, it's all safe. And I'm just really into waves right now and the ocean.
Okay, wonderful. I know Jeannie's work. She's got beautiful work, and it looks like you learned well here. Anybody want to make any comments about it? You can unmute yourself and give her some feedback.
Looks great. I love the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, you did a beautiful job. You've captured that the movement. You're right there at the wave. I can hear the ocean. Thank you for doing this.
Thanks.
And people can give reactions down on my screen. It's at the bottom where you can use a reaction to either clap or give a thumbs up. So I'll give some thumbs up and some claps for Chris. Great job, Chris.
Thanks a lot.
We also have another Chris who's going to be sharing. And so just give me one moment to pull up his work. Chris Stillians. And let me see if I can take off this one and pull up the next one. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Tricky stuff here, huh? I know it's behind this. Just one second, sorry. Okay, just need to minimize this so I can find it. It's a lot of stress being the meeting host, you know. Move this around. There, I can see it now. Okay, can you all see my screen? Okay, here we go.
Not yet.
Okay, you will, because here comes another beautiful painting. Now let me start sharing. All right, can you see that? Okay, people are nodding. So, all right, Chris Stillians, tell us a little bit about.
Well, back in 2017, we went up to Idaho to watch the eclipse, and it was a prime area for viewing up there, right in the center of it. And the day before the eclipse, we took a little hike up the mountain there to find a good viewing spot. And on our way down the trail, all of a sudden, this pack crew comes around the corner out of nowhere. And I just grabbed my camera and started running up the hill, following them, taking pictures. And it's like being in the right place at the right time is kind of what it boils down to. So this painting was painted from that photo reference. And I added the dog there, which wasn't there. And that happens to be Lynn's dog, one of Lynn's dogs that I photographed on her ranch. So I just went, there's a lot of detail in there, and I'd never tackled that kind of detail before, I don't think. And it took a while, but it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely beautiful, Chris. Wow, that's amazing. Wow.
Well, you had an outstanding reference photograph, Chris. Just wonderful, wonderful work. I'm really pleased with your outcome of what you did here.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's just beautiful. The detail is just amazing.
Wow. And it's
Thank
nice
you.
when you're a photographer because you can get a good reference photograph, right? Because Chris is a photographer.
Yeah. Well, this particular, I just had my point and shoot with me. I didn't have my big guns with me, and you know, it's just being lucky. This particular situation, I mean, that would have cost a fortune to pay those guys to set that up, right? So I was just in the right place. And just got that. I got a few pictures, but this one really turned out the best.
Gorgeous.
And is that's all pastel? It almost looks watercolor
Yes.
in the center. Wow,
It is
beautiful,
all,
beautiful.
I did a watercolor underpainting, but it's almost totally covered up with pastel.
Oh, love it. Wow, wonderful.
Going up the hill with them right there. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, thank you, Chris. Okay,
Oh,
so
thank
the
you.
next meeting, we'll take the next 4 in the alphabet and you'll hear about that. And it's wonderful to share in advance so that we can get a really clear image. Okay, so Kathleen, Kath, I guess, back to you.
Thank you very much. So we're getting close to that point where we're going to be doing our demo. So Kathleen, why don't we go ahead and share the love with the raffles? And I do want to let everybody know that I put Kathleen's address into the chat. So if you're interested in ordering your mask, that information, you can just check the chat and take a photo of it or copy that information down. So Kathleen, can you unmute yourself? And
I just unmuted myself. And since you mentioned the masks, I will show them. So we have the one side that is denim and has the logo on it. And then the other sides that come in 3 different blue geometric jungle feathers and orange blossoms. And they fit really well. They have adjustments for the ears. Unfortunately, there's no thing for your nose, so your glasses do fog up, but you'll have to deal with that if you have glasses. So
Nice.
thank you.
those are the masks. And now the most important thing is the raffle. So we have, I was able to buy a bunch of wonderful things for you, and we'll do them one by one, and I'll show them and then pull a name. So the first thing that we have here is the portrait and figure sampler from Blue Earth Pastels. And it's a very nice, I have this myself, and I find that it works not just for portraits, but it's really good for California landscapes. Just a wonderful selection of colors.
That's beautiful. Oh, I do want to let everybody know that in order to get into the raffle, you had to register, but we have 58 participants. So just those 58 are eligible for our raffle prize today. So if you pick somebody that's not already on the screen, then we'll just
You'll
move
have
on
to
another.
you'll have to tell me then if the
Len and I
person
will
is
be checking for that. Yes.
okay.
And also the
because-
person who wins, please unmute yourself and say yay so we know you're here, because otherwise she'll draw another name if the person's not actually at
Okay,
the
so everybody who registered is in this bowl.
Great.
And so the first
Roll.
one that is Daniel Gonzalez.
Oh, he's
Daniel, he's here. I know he's here.
Excellent.
Bravo, Daniel.
Awesome. That's
So-
great.
Daniel.
Thank you.
That's luck.
That's that one. Okay, the second one that I have here is the pocket landscape. It's backwards. Linneselta pocket landscape set. This is the Richardson handmade,
Ooh.
and you know, her kind of signature colors in there. It's beautiful. And the Richardson handmade are just a really nice size of pastel to use, I find. So here we go again.
Thank you for cutting all those strips up, Kathleen. That was a lot of work.
Carol Oakley Lindemann.
See if she's here. Carol, are you here?
Oh, I believe Carol is our Australia. Isn't she our Australian member? Maybe she decided she
not
wasn't going to
on.
get up at 3 in the morning this time.
We'll pick another name.
Okay, we'll pick
Yeah,
another name.
Girl.
Anna Yu. I think I
Anna's
saw
here.
that she's
Anna's
here.
here. She's signed in, but she's muted at the moment. I see her name here. So
Okay, so that goes to Anna. Okay, next up,
Oh, yeah, there she is. Okay, good.
we have the Diane Townsend Mood for Matisse set.
oh, can I see that?
Oh, the big
And-
one. Chunky.
Yeah, it's an interesting size. It encourages big strokes.
Nice.
And it, very nice impressionist palette.
Don't peek.
Mhm.
They're all folded up. Andrea Bell.
Andrea, are you here, Andrea? Unmute yourself. Claim your prize. I don't see her.
I'm looking to.
Andrea Bell.
No.
I only see one that's a phone number, 820 phone number, so I don't know who that is, but I don't see Andrea. Okay.
We'll pick another.
Choose another.
These guys are going to be really sad that they didn't show up today.
Don't tell them.
They'll see the recording.
Wow.
Okie doke. Betty Jones.
Betty?
Oh yeah, Betty's on here.
She's here. Yes, she is.
Here, thank you.
Congrats, Betty.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Awesome.
And
This is my fun part.
next one, which I almost dropped, that would have been disastrous. These are a Mount Vision set of purple values.
Nice.
For those of you who just love purple.
Joe Mancuso. Joe.
So that one goes to Arlette Menard.
Arlette is here, but
Yes.
I see
Yeah.
her name.
I'm,
Arlette, let's hear from you.
hi, I'm here, but I don't,
Yay,
I don't see
bravo.
pardon me?
Bravo.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Nice to see you. I don't see my own video, but nice to see all of you.
Okie doke.
You have to put your video on, Arlette. You've got your video off.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I see it. Let me see here. Start video. All
I'm showing
righty.
you have it
Okay.
on now.
Moving on.
I love this lamp.
I have two of these, so two people will get them. A Trond task lamp, that you can hook onto your easel.
I just bought one of those.
This is one of the ones that was recommended by Joe Mancuso. Everybody was commenting on when he did his demo, what did he use for his lights? And this was one of the ones that he uses.
It's a great prize.
Mhm.
Okay, this one goes to Suzanne Kuskame.
Oh,
Suzanne.
She's here.
We know she's here.
Way to go, Sue.
I'm here. Thank you.
And then I have a second one of those that will go to Bernard Fallon.
Right, there he is, Bernard.
This is historic. Thank you.
Okay, and then I have some of it's a 5-pack of 11 by 14 of the Lux Archival
I love that.
paper. This is wonderful paper. They had a special on it at Dakota, and I tried some, and it just has such a nice tooth to it that's smooth, but takes a lot of layers. It can survive any kind of wet medium that you put on it, and it doesn't buckle. It's just really nice. And so I have 2 packs, 2 5-packs of the 11 by 14. So the first one goes to Carol Kearns.
Carol, are you here?
How do you spell Kearns? Is it K?
With a K.
Kearns.
I'm not seeing her.
No.
Oh, Carol.
Okay.
Okay, we'll move
Well,
on.
I'll choose someone else. Michelle Aslin. We know she's here.
Michelle.
Can you, well, let's see. Something's happened with her connection, but she gets it.
Yeah,
No, she's
we
still
we
on.
heard that she was.
She's still
talking
on. I
this
can
morning.
see her on the participant
I see
list.
her name there. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
she's
Okay.
here.
And,
Wait, no.
and then
Congratulations,
one more.
Michelle.
The last one is another pack of the paper. And that goes to Maureen Fennell.
Maureen.
Where's Maureen?
I thought I saw her.
No, I hadn't.
Huh? Maureen, where are you? She's one of our board members. She's our workshop chair.
I thought I saw her earlier.
No.
No?
I haven't
Okay.
seen. No. Unless, no, that's not her phone number. There's a couple phone numbers on the list.
Okay. Okay, Valya Hristova.
Valia, I haven't seen that name either.
She ours.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, she's there. I was
Oh,
saying
there she is. Valia, yes, you spoke up. I was.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm listening. Thank you very much. I'm appreciate. Wow.
Wow, fantastic.
I will
Thank
be
you.
mailing all of these prizes to everyone. And so hopefully your correct mailing address is
Yes.
on our roster, because I
Okay.
have the roster. And,
I believe you have it, the right one.
okay, so I will be mailing these to everyone
Thank you.
who got a prize. And thank you for participating. We like to encourage people to participate in our activities, and this is one way that makes it fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job, Kathleen. Wonderful prizes.
Okay.
Okay, Lynn, back to you.
Much appreciated.
Okay, so are we ready to do the demo now with Mary?
I think so. I think this would be a
Okay.
good time.
Mary, would you like to say a few words before I start the video? I can spotlight you if you would like to say hello to everyone. Let me look for Mary's name so I can,
Sure.
hold on one sec. I'm gonna try to spotlight you. Mary, where are you on the list? Oh, there you are. Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna let everybody see your face and you can say a quick hi before I start the video.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for, gosh, your enthusiasm to join me here and in the demo. Painting the sunlit still life or figure is a particular thrill for me. And so I recorded a video, which we'll be seeing. And right about 1 hour, 10 minutes in, there's a little bit of a transition, and we'll maybe fast forward through a little bit of that. But I have in the handout, I have a sheet that shows my equipment setup and photos, just so you can see how that works, how I work outdoors. And then a handout that gives kind of the summary of my entire process, start to finish, and all the things I think about. And then also, I have a table here of a materials list that I use. It just shows the different pastels, papers, fixative, equipment, etc. So, but if you have any other questions beyond that, feel free to email me. It's a great pleasure to share with you. I have such a fondness for this group, and I remember when Margaret and Suzanne started it, and Dave Wolfram, and you hosted me for this workshop before, and I just have always loved your group, and I'm really happy to share my process.
Thank you, Mary. You went to a lot of work to pre-record this video for us. It's going to be so fantastic. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to pause the recording of the meeting, and then I'm going to start Mary's video, and like she said, we'll have a time where we can ask some questions, and I'll monitor the chat box as well. So fire away. Okay, everybody? Okay, here we go.
So I thank you so much. And just one thing I forgot to mention is that, I also decided to crop this. And I don't know if you remember that in the initial thumbnail, I kept saying, well, I'm not sure what I want to do here. Well, I always like to leave myself a little room to adjust the composition even after the fact. And it's all part of the whole process. So.
And Mary, everyone has the handouts now because I MailChimped them out about 30 minutes ago. So you'll get the,
well,
yes.
Thank you for doing that. I so appreciate it. I think Otto is, bless his heart, is so unbelievably busy, and he was so incredibly helpful to me. And I was kind of inundating him with a lot of stuff. Anyway, if you'll be able to with the handout get see both a before and after.
Yes, and again, you said you have it on your YouTube channel. We were also going to upload it to the Pastel Society YouTube channel, if that's okay with you.
Of course.
And then people can take their handouts that we've now sent them. They can rewatch, they can fast forward, they can stop, and just really study your beautiful technique. And what I love is your edges, because that's something I need to work on. So that's inspired me so much. And I'm going to let other people, Kath, you might want to say something. I'm going to let other people talk
Yes,
for a minute as well. So
we'll have a few minutes to be able to, take a few questions for Mary. And Mary, I do have a question. Do you end up using any type of fixative or stabilizer on your pastels afterwards, or?
That's a great question. I usually take the painting outside and I slap it really hard, like this, to get the loose pastel dust off. And then I put some really light fixative, a couple of coats of either this or Lasco. And the key variable is to make sure that you are holding it at an angle not really close, and that the fixative kind of floats down to the surface. It's a very light fixative.
Right.
Good question.
Other questions?
Does anybody else have any?
The name of the fixative, this is Sennelier Latour, or there's also Lasco, Lascaux. Either one of those that are specifically designed for soft pastels is good. And then one thing you'll notice in the handout is that there's a list here, Lasco, Sennelier, and others. There's also a fixative called Spectrafix, which haven't used. I used it once and I got droplets everywhere. Also, Edgar Degas used steam, but you couldn't do that with the Sennelier Lacarte paper, because as we know, this paper has an emulsion that will wash off in water. But I have tried using steam for Canson paper, and it actually affixes the pastel to the surface as an underpainting. It works really well.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's a new piece of information I haven't come across.
I had a question if you have any more videos or if you plan to make more tutorials of your process.
You know, this was, I may do that. This was a learning curve for me, so much so that when Otto was saying, well, it's really important to have noise canceling headphones, or he said it's important to have AirPods. And I said, what are those? Now I have them. And the noise cancellation was significant. And also the thing that's the challenge is that I normally back up constantly as I work. And in order to do this video, I have to have the camera almost right off my shoulder, which kind of makes me feel a little constrained. But now that I've done it for this, you know, and Otto was very helpful and kind of given me a lot of tips. But yeah, I'd like to, now that I kind of feeling a little bit more comfortable and know how to position the camera, I may do that. So thanks for that vote of confidence there. It's certainly a learning curve for sure.
It's amazing. You explain so well and talk, you know, and you got a nice voice, and it's just really nice to listen to your process.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it.
And Mary, are you doing any online classes? Are you doing any Zoom classes for?
No, I'm not doing any online at the moment. And part of that is just in the last few weeks, this has been kind of my first foray into how does Zoom work? How do I set up the camera? And I did take an online workshop with Daniel Gearhart so that I could, first because I wanted to study with him, but secondly because I wanted to learn, how does this online forum work? How does it feel? It was an amazingly effective and fun thing to do, and it allows everybody to kind of work in their own comfortable space and their own materials. And so yeah, I'd like to consider trying it. So I am going to be doing an outdoor thing every Wednesday starting in January where we're outside. If it's 60 degrees and higher and we can all space out, then I'll be doing some in person, but the online would be fun to try.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Oh, a question from Linda. I am in San Juan Capistrano, right off the freeway.
Right. Any other questions? I can remove the spotlight, Mary, if you want. We can see the other participants. And can everybody see everybody now?
No, not well. You're spotlighted right now, Lynn.
Let me stop sharing. I think that's why. Let me stop.
There we go. Well, I think this was an amazing, amazing workshop. I'm so glad that Mary was able to join us, that you all, you know, were able to join us and hanging in there. 2020 has definitely brought a very large challenge to a lot of us, but look at how incredible it was that we could be together as a group like this and be able to have this close-up detail that we would really not get in a live performance. But, you know, I know that we all miss each other, and I'm just glad and grateful that we were able to have such a wonderful presentation and a learning experience in the world of Pastel, which that's why we're all here. And it's a little after 12 o'clock, so I think I've got the right time. Yes. So I think unless there's anything else that we need to do, we could adjourn the meeting.
Thank you so much for hosting me. Can't thank you enough. You've got a wonderful group, and please don't hesitate to email if you have any questions. And I look forward to seeing all of your art very, very much. So thank you.
Thank you, Mary. And I subscribe to Mary's newsletter, which I highly recommend you do. She's poetic as well as a beautiful painter. She's got a way with words, and just, I love getting her newsletter. So thank you again, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Stay safe, everyone.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Loved it. Loved every minute of it.
Bye.